UFC Fight Night, Dern versus Ribas 2. And these are the official picks. I gave you guys the early predictions. And now I'm giving you guys the official picks. 2025, new year to new beginnings. If you guys were with us in 2024, then you guys literally made money. We gave you guys the script. And all I ask is just you support the channel. Link is in the description. Winnable, it's free. It's literally free. Make some money, bro. If you don't like making money, then get off this video. No, let me stop. I'm just kidding. No, but if you into betting, link is in the description. You will get your bang for your buck. Why? Because it's literally free. You know what I'm saying? Let's hop straight into the predictions, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. Starting off the card, we have Narulo Aliev versus Yanel Ashmauz. And I'm going with undefeated Aliev. He is my pick, and he's also a cannibalist. He allegedly bit his opponent in his last fight. You know what I'm trying to say here? He got points taken off for allegedly biting an opponent. But he does have good wrestling. Some people compare him to Khabib in wrestling. I think that's ridiculous. There's levels to this. But I mean, listen. Aliev is not a bum. He's undefeated and he's never been finished. And he has 2 KOs. He's more of a wrestler. And he's really a decision merchant. He's really going to wrestle, controls opponents to get that edge on the judges' scorecards. Now we have Yanal. He's also never been finished. He's a mixed martial artist and had a lot of control time in his fight. He's 1-1 when it goes to decision. That only loss is a decision. So this matchup should be interesting. Ashmauz isn't an easy fighter at all, and if I'm going Aliev, it'd probably be by decision. But the pick will still be Aliev just because he has that wrestling. He's a cannibalist, literally. All jokes aside, he literally allegedly bit his opponent last time, so I'm just going with him. The odds say the same thing, and I just like his wrestling edge. Now we have Fatima Klein versus Victoria Dudakova. I will pick Victoria Dudakova to win this fight. All jokes to the left. Why is Victoria plus 550? I think she's a plus 600 underdog. What are we talking about? Dudakova was just undefeated. Fatima Klein isn't like this. Oh my gosh. Dudakova could probably mix in the wrestling and the striking to win this fight. I honestly have Victoria Dudakova winning this. I'll give the edge to Fatima Klein in the grappling, but I don't know. I just can't fade Dudakova, and I like the odds on it. The pick will be Victoria Dudakova, even though Klein will most likely win. You know what I'm trying to say? Fatima Klein will most likely win, but I have Dudakova winning this. Sam Hughes just pushed the pace on Dudakova, and she just couldn't keep up with the pace. But other than that, she's a solid striker. She has knockouts on the resume. Both of these ladies are coming off a loss. I don't think it's far-fetched to say Dudakova will win this. Fatima Klein being a minus 900 underdog, I would not bet that. I would not even pick Fatima Klein to win this. Obviously, I'm leaning a little more towards Dudakova because she is the dog. But she was just a minus 400 favor against Sam Hughes. And she sold my fucking parlay. But I'm picking Dudakova. And this is a pick. I'm not betting this, of course. Just to let people know. Then we have Magomed Gausilov versus Bruno Lopez. And I'm going Magomed. Magomed is a wrestler. He's 9-0. And he has 6 finishes. He's never been finished. He's a wrestler / kickboxer. He had good control time on his last opponent, on his last fight. His last 3 fights went the distance, and he does have a 91.7% takedown accuracy. He's versing Bruno Lopez, making it his debut. He's 1-1. He's coming off the Dana White Contender Series with a KO win. And he's also got his last finish in January of 2024. He usually needs to finish opponents to win, so I don't know. Last time he seen the distance was in 2015, but I do have him going the distance in favor of Magomed. I think Magomed will be able to squeeze this one out. Magomed will be the pick. Moving on up the card, now we got Ernesta Karakate versus Nicole Cagliari. Listen, man. Let me get back to the predictions. Let me just Nicole, you look good. I went to Nicole's IG, and she's a baddie. In my opinion, she's honestly easily top 3 in the UFC. All with respect, but she's bad. I ain't gonna lie. Nicole, I've been wanting to take the trip to Brazil and shit. You show me around and shit. Alright, now back to the predictions. I do have Nicole winning this only if she could get Ernesta to the ground. The pick will be Nicole just because all her fights, she has 8 up, 8 down. She has 8 finishes. And she does have decent BJJ. So if she can get Ernesta to the ground, then I give that's the only way I see her winning this. Ernesta's just too long, too tall. Nicole's 5'3". Ernesta's 5'9". Nicole has a 62-inch reach. Ernesta's a 71-inch reach. Only way Nicole's winning this if she gets it to the ground. Nicole will be the pick. Ernesta though, she's a favorite for a reason, but I do believe in Nicole. Moving on up the card, we have Preston Parsons versus Andreas Gustafsson. I'm going Andreas Gustafsson. He has 10 finishes. He's never been finished. He's a striker. He has a 77.3% significant strike accuracy. Preston Parsons, okay. He's 11-5. His last 4 went the distance, so it's you know what I mean? And he just struggles with taller opponents, so I'll just give the edge to Andreas. Moving on up the card, Thiago Moses versus Trey Ogden. Probably the most 50-50 fight on this card. Reason being, both these guys are skilled grapplers, and this is one of those fights that's just who's gonna shoot first, who's better off their back, you know what I mean? Who can defend the takedowns? Trey has 11 subs, and Moses, I believe, he was able to take Islam down. So, it's really 50-50. The odds just kind of show that. Leaning a little bit towards Thiago, just probably because, he's faced Beneil Dariush, Islam. But I like the odds on Ogden for underdog. Like I said, with all the other underdog picks, Thiago should be the pick. He's the favorite for a reason. But I think Ogden can get this one done, and I don't think it's far-fetched. Victoria Dudakova, she might lose. Nicole might lose. But this one, he might win. And these are my picks. These aren't bets. I'm not betting money on these people. But I like this. Maybe I do bet some money. Maybe this is underdog of the week. Moving on up the card, we got Marco Tulio. We got Marco Polo versus IHOP. Marco Polo, and he's getting this done by KO. IHOP, he's an okay fighter. Very inconsistent. He was on like a fat losing streak. And Marco Polo is like kind of supposed to win this fight. Not even kind of. He's supposed to win this fight. This fight is set up for him to win. They're getting a 50-50 guy. And we got this prospect who KOs people off the Dana White Contender Series. But I wouldn't be surprised if IHOP won just because of his experience in the UFC. With that being said, I'm going Marco Tulio, against Ihor. So, yeah. The pick will be Marco Tulio. And we have Jose Johnson, long ass motherfucker, bro. How do you even... Sticks and stones make break your bones. Versus Felipe Bunes. Jose Johnson, I'm pretty sure he's Dominican, I think. I don't even know. He can't be Dominican. Jose Johnson, yeah, I take that back. Never mind. Anyway. I have Felipe Bunes winning this. Reason being, he has an edge in the grappling. Jose Johnson, so like fucking skinny and shit, but like his takedown defense isn't that good. And Felipe Bunes may be able to just expose that. Like, don't get me wrong, Jose Johnson has the advantage in the striking. The wrestling, the grappling. No, he has the advantage in the striking, but not really on the ground. And if Felipe is able to take him down, get on his back, it could be a little iffy for Jose Johnson. I just wish his takedown defense was a little better. But it is what it is, brother. It was what it was, brother. And, yeah. That just goes to show him. Takedown accuracy, 33%. Takedown defense, 38%. Like, buddy. Yeah. The pick will be Felipe Bunes. And, yeah, it is what it is. Moving on up to the main card. We have Punahel Soriano versus Euros Medic. And I'm going with Euros Medic. Reason being, he's just a finisher. Like, he's the type of guy that's going to come in and KO you to get the win. Soriano, he's 4-4 in the UFC. Kind of iffy. When it goes to the distance, he's 1-2. And he doesn't really beat people that are that impressive. And he doesn't really beat up taller opponents. Euros Medic, he's better against shorter people, has the power, and it's really going to come down to, like, is Soriano going to try to shoot like how he shot in his last fights? If he tries to shoot like how he shot in his last fights, then it might give Medic some problems. But if he's just going to try to stand and bang with Medic is like, he doesn't need to land those crisp shots to knock you out. He gets the knockouts. So I think that's where Soriano has to like kind of pick and choose his battles. Because if it just picks like, oh yeah, I'm going to just go in there. And no, bro, you can't just have that mindset. You have to know what you want to do. You want to hold this guy. You got to learn when to mix up, you know. I was fucking chatting right there. I was chatting. But no, really though, if he just goes in the mindset of like, I'm going to wrestle, then he'll probably just win. But if he goes in, he's like, I'm going to mix it up today. I'm going to strike. He's probably going to lose. Medic by KO. Let's get on. Then we have the Gatekeep God. Motherfucker took a whole bunch of prospect souls. Christian Rodriguez versus Austin Bashi. Now, Christian Rodriguez, if you look at the track record, you're like, yo, he took all these good prospects O's. He's a solid dog. I believe he's a plus 180 underdog. But I'm going Austin Bashi. Just because... Although he took Chiwiwi's O, he took a couple other prospects O's, I'm still going Austin Bashi just because he's a chain wrestler. I believe he shot like 16 takedowns in his last fight. I'm going through his IG. He's throwing kicks. These kicks sound like gunshots. It's like, bang, bang, bang. This guy's a wrestler. This guy shot 16 takedowns. So the pick will be Austin Bashi. He is a favorite. He's a minus 200 favorite. I think that's reasonable. He's undefeated. He's 13-0. mixed martial artist to the T. He's decent in the striking, the wrestling, the grappling. So, yeah. I just have Austin Bashi winning this. Then we have Chris Curtis, no neck guy, versus Robbie Kopilov. But Robbie Kopilov looks like somebody you find like in the like, I don't know, throw some glasses on, bro. Looks like I just found him in the library, like working on. Anyway, I have Roman Kopilov. Chris Curtis isn't an easy matchup, but I just like Roman Kopilov in this situation. I just feel like his striking is gonna be a little more cleaner, just a little more crisp. He does have the KOs here and there, but Chris Curtis is a hard person to KO. Yeah, man. Not too much to say about this. I just believe Chris Curtis. He's getting older. Not what he once was. Don't get me wrong. He's not a bum. At all. But I do just prefer Roman Kopilov. I just feel more comfortable picking him over Chris Curtis. I mean, his last KO was in 2022, Chris Curtis. So, yeah. Anyway, I got Roman Kopilov. That is the pick. Then we have Cesar Almeida versus Abdul Razak Halassan. This guy is literally, if he either KOs you or not. Like, he either KOs you or loses. And he either KOs you in the first two, or he loses. I just have Cesar Almeida, to be honest. I just feel like Abdul, once he reaches those deep waters, like he just might not have that cardio to just keep up with Caesar. But if you were to bet Abdul, you'd have to probably just bet KO, because that's just all his wins. But I'll lean towards Cesar Almeida, and Cesar Almeida is the pick. Moving on up the card, Santiago Bozimbio, 30-8 and 22 finishes. He's 11-7 in the UFC though, pretty inconsistent. And in his last 5, he's 1-4. The pick will be Carlston Harris. Santiago's literally 1-4 in his last 5. Carlston Harris has a 60% significant strike accuracy. He has that more of a boxing style, but I think he'll just be able to get this one done. He got submitted by Shavkat. Like, bro, Shavkat done beat everybody. Except when I told you guys it was probably going to get fraud checked against Ian Gary. And he did. The fact that he didn't finish Ian Gary, like, bro, I told y'all. He's not who you think he is. Anyway. I like Shavkat, but just he has too much, like, meat riding for what he's done, you know? But the pick will be Carlston Harris. He has that boxing style. I just feel like he'll be able to get the one done. He's fought the better comp. And yeah, Santiago's on a losing streak, so I wouldn't really bet on him. Then we have Mackenzie Dern, thick guy, versus Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas will be the pick. She's 12-5, has 7 finishes, 4 subs. This is that judo style. I mean, she's 4-3 against opponents who've never been subbed. I'm going with Amanda Ribas, but Mackenzie Dern does have a chance. Mackenzie Dern, known for her BJJ, get KO'd for the first time in her career by Jessica Andrade last year. In her last 5 fights, she's 2-3, and she's 4-2 against opponents who've never been subbed. This is a rematch from 5 years ago. And Amanda Ribas took Mackenzie Dern's I feel like Amanda Ribas will probably win again. But Mackenzie Dern is a solid underdog. And if you're looking to bet Mackenzie Dern, I think it'd be a solid pick. I will give the edge to Amanda Ribas though. And that is the video, guys. Support the channel. Subscribe to Winnable. Link is in the description. It's literally free. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to this video. subscribe, share this with a friend, and I'm out.